Good morning and welcome to Prime of Midlife. It is Sunday morning, it is silly o'clock, I think it's probably just about 7 o'clock this morning, and I am just getting ready to head for the shops when they open at 8 o'clock. I still have tea and crumpets ready for breakfast. Why I'm here this early on a Sunday morning is there I am doing my thing and looking at different things that I'm trying to do. I'm beginning to notice that a lot of companies are taking a lot more of my time than they used to. And by that, I mean things like chatbots on websites. If I want to go and do something with my electricity or do something with my bank, um, they have this little chatbot, and you go, "Hi, I need to do this. How do I go about it? Or can you help?" And they're like, "Oh, let me have a look at that. Bear with me while I deal with that." And they go and look through, and it's a chatbot, and they look through their questions and their thing. And they're like, hmm, maybe not. And you wait for ages, and then they come back saying, "Well, if you can do this and do that." And you're like, "Let me speak to a human. I'm sure I can help. Why don't you just let me know, what? Let me speak to a human." And 3 attempts at asking for a human later, you'll maybe get through to a human to get that thing done. And that I find quite irksome. Also, your menus on telephone calls. You know, if you want to pay money into your bank, you can do this automatically. If you want to know your balance, you can do this automatically. Everything you can do it automatically. I don't want to do it automatically. I want to speak to a person. I have a question. And to try and get through all that, and you have to sit, and I mean, there's some of them, by the time the phone actually starts ringing, it's 3 minutes you've been on that phone. What happened to the days of the switchboard operator answered your phone, you said, "I want to do this," and they banged you through to the right person? I don't want to be sitting waiting 3 minutes while they tell me about their website and their health and safety or their inclusivity or whatever on earth it is that they're wanting to tell me. Also, the ordering food on apps. Part of the reason that you go to a restaurant or to a pub or to something like that, a lot of the time it's because you know the staff, because you know that they're nice, because you know you get good service. Now it's not. Now it's a building where you can, eat, drink, and be merry. And the only interaction you have is people carrying food. Now it's not going to be long until there's not going to be people carrying food anymore. We're not impressed with that at all. And again, it's like I've got to sit and download the app, and then I've got to look at it on my phone, and then I've got to do the. What's wrong with having a paper menu and a nice lady or man who comes out and says, "What will you like?" and the specials are, or "Today this is good." I think I much prefer that. Your other ones, council websites, trying to do anything apart from pay a bill, because that seems to work very well. But ask a question, goodness gracious, that's a huge problem. So you go onto the council website and you're like, right, I need to go and ask this planning guy this or that. Oh, well, there's a planning department, so that takes you 3 minutes to get through. If you're lucky, but if not, it's like, oh, well, you have to log into this bit and you have to log into that bit and then fill in a form. It's all my time. And the biggest one at the moment is the walking and cycling, this active travel. Now, active travel for me, I mean, it's bad in that I'm in the middle of the countryside, so it would take me so much longer to get to my work, from my work to the shops. I mean, getting to the supermarket, which is 12 miles away, would just be ridiculous, especially on a Sunday. There is only 3 buses a day that take me to Perth and back. So, I'd need to be very, very specific about what time I'm leaving and what time I'm getting in. And imagine missing the last bus and you're left 12 miles away with all your shopping at your feet. Which, can I just mention that the bus station and the bus stops are nowhere near the supermarkets. So that's a hefty walk with your shopping to get the bus back. But this active walking and cycling, it's bad enough for me, as I say, with the straight, but I'm a pretty much straight line. But I know when we were in London, if you worked on the other side of London from where you were, to not have the car to go along the road or whatever, and yes, I know, congestion, etc. But time-wise, I would need to leave one side of London to the other, an awful lot earlier than if I was walking or cycling than I would if I was driving. So, it's, well, maybe not London, granted, let's be serious about it. But certainly for like Glasgow or Edinburgh or something, you just up round about the bypass if you have to, or through the streets that trying to wait on a bus and get a bus, and sometimes you have to change buses. And the biggest thing for me, this cars can't go down there, vehicles can't go down there. So apart from the fact that the emergency services are having a big problem, as a woman, as a female with a daughter, I do not want her walking everywhere. I just don't. So I think, apart from the safety aspect, with all these items, we're losing a lot of time to keep the computers happy so that the companies can save money and employ less people. And I'm not liking that thought. So, yeah, I thought I would come on and just say, not liking that. What are you thinking about that? Have you noticed that some things that were meant to save time are now actually costing you more time? Let me know in the comments below. I am going to go and have more tea, put my crumpets in the toaster, and then I'll head for the shops. So I'll catch you later.